division champs. That was the first goal. The next goal is the playoffs, and then it's the state championship. Coach, congratulations on a great win against Clinton, 35-7 with an asterisk. I still don't think that touchdown should have counted. Forward progress, but oh well, it is what it is. Got the last regular season game Thursday night at 6 o'clock against Germantown on the blue turf. It's senior night. Win, and it's the perfect regular season.
Yeah, that's what I've told our kids this week when we met is, how do you want to finish the season off? Do you want to finish it with really good momentum going into the playoffs? Yes, you've accomplished one major goal. Let's go accomplish some more. Are we going to take this week to take a step back, or are we going to get better? Been impressed with how we've been in practice. The energy, the focus, the work that we've done. It's been good. You know, it could easily be it's just kind of a weird week. It's kind of a de facto game.
Yeah.
We've already clinched division and home field advantage in the playoffs, and so, you know, just kind of a weird game. You know, like I said. So biggest thing is how we're going to remember our seniors. It's senior night. It's another home game here in this special place, and these guys deserve a good outing and a good showing.
Yeah, definitely. Short week, Thursday night game. How do you change that losing a day?
We just took a day off. Just took one, you know, just simple. We're not going to do a Thursday practice. That's all it's going to be. We keeping Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday practice schedule the same. Just added, we usually sometimes miss a special teams. Take one special team off every day. We're going to do every special teams every day, and we're going to, you know, maybe like Monday, our install day, we went a little bit longer in overview.
Gotcha.
Went a little bit longer. We took a little bit more time at the team at the end. Probably do a little bit of that today, but you know these. You know, I don't want to mess up. I don't want to mess up a good thing we got going on.
Right. It's worked pretty well.
Pretty well so far.
Looking back at the Clinton game, you know, there was a lot of hype around that game. Clinton comes out and really established the running game. You made some adjustments and then just completely took them out of their game plan.
So our MO going into the game was we wanted to stop the quarterback's big play running outside. That was kind of our main goal because we thought they made a lot of big plays with him on the outside run game and scrambling and stuff. And so that's what we tried to do, but we noticed we neglected the inside run.
Gotcha.
And their running back's a legit running back. I mean,
big boy.
Big boy, and he was getting 7 yards a pop, 13 yards a pop, whatever, and it was just like, you know, look, we got to change this. We got to fix this. You know, we need to probably focus on, you know, stopping the inside run, and so we got a little bit thicker, changed our scheme up. It helped, and kind of gave the quarterback some room to make some plays, and he just didn't make some plays.
Right.
I think, you know, us making some plays on defense rattled him a little bit, and that's what kind of happened. You know, our offense looked very, very good. I think the only person that could have stopped them Friday night was them,
right,
themselves. And so that was, I think our defense seeing that too, seeing like, golly, I mean, our offense can do whatever we want to do. Probably said, hey guys, we need to freaking step it up. Right. You know, I kind of sensed that we would come out like that, and I kind of sensed like, hey, they're going to give us some of their best shots at the beginning. I knew their MO in the game was going to be, hey, let's run the ball, let's milk the clock, let's keep the possessions limited for Tupelo's offense, and you know, try to keep it a low-scoring game. And you know, the first two drives, they milked a lot of clock.
They did.
They got no points out of it, and we scored quick. And once we got going, skate bar door.
They are a run-dominant team. Their passing game is not their strength. So when you got that lead, that really changed everything.
You have to reach, and you could tell that that's something they didn't want to do, is have to go and throw the ball deep. And so they kind of, I think they probably felt like, hey, this is kind of out of reach. We're just gonna keep it reasonable at the point. Their turnovers killed them second half.
Right.
Was it 3 turnovers they had right there?
Yeah.
And it was just that kind of broke their back. And I mean, to me, the game was put away on Quay's big long run right there, right after halftime, 60-something yard run. I mean, I think the game's put away. I think it was going to be tough for them to come back down 2 scores. But once we got up 3 on that big play right there, it was like, yeah, let's start enjoying this.
Exactly. Coach, on our first offensive drive, I thought that was the best offensive drive of the year. I mean, that was methodical. Balance running, passing, crisp, sharp. It was really a good looking drive.
Well, what's even more just as impressive that people don't see the weekly thing that we do is Clinton did something on defense that's non-traditional. They did a lot of rotation. They had 3 high safeties and did all this different stuff. And our coaching staff had worked all week. Hey, and like with Jeremiah and receivers, hey, they do this, let's do this.
Right.
And it was just perfect of, hey, Coach Ward, Coach McCrory, and all them on the sideline saying, I think they're going to go roll right here. If they go roll right here, this is going to be open, and they call it, and it was. So they did a good job game planning those drives and stuff like that. That's just some behind the scenes things that fans probably don't see, parents probably don't see, that our coach staff does a very, very good job.
A lot of hours in the film.
A lot of hours in the film.
Moving ahead to Germantown, what can we expect from them?
They're a team that has been, I would say, consistent with competing with everybody in our division. They're a team that lost a lot of guys from last year. They have a new coach. I think their new coach is doing a tremendous job there. He is a guy that came over from Oak Grove. What they do as a team is also non-traditional. They have every formation and every play imaginable in their playbook. You name it, they run it. They might come out one play, go empty and try to go air raid, and the next play they might get under center and go wing T and run power toss. And the next play they might try to go 2 tight end empty and do quarterback draw. And the next play they might try to go doubles and run screen. They have it all. So we're prepared for so many different plays and stuff. And defensively, they're not traditional. They're going to bring a lot of pressure. They're going to do a lot of games on the back end. And it's just, and I told our guys yesterday, how are we going to take this game? At the end of practice, I thought we had a really good practice. I said, guys, take with all the stuff that they're throwing at us as a learning type of thing, as a growing thing. We might see somebody like this that does this in the playoffs that runs some different stuff. Are we learning? Are we saying, hey defense, when they get in this formation, what are we expecting? It's getting guys to do this. Same thing with our offense. Hey, we're getting this type of look. What are they trying to do?
Do you feel like at this point of the year you've just about seen everything?
We've seen a lot, man. We have seen a lot. But I still think at the end of the day, the best team that we've seen competing wise that we compete against is us every day.
Right.
I think the biggest credit, like I said, somebody asked me that the other day, is like, when do you think that kind of moment was, or what do you think? It was a weird question. It was like, and I thought of like, man, just us defending us and us competing against each other has made us a whole lot better than a lot of people know.
Right.
We do that a lot. Today when we start practice, right after we stretch, we're gonna go 4 to score. Okay, so that means offense gets the ball 4 times on the 10-yard line, and for most of the season, offense practice on the opposite end of the scoreboard, and defense practice on this end. So defense has to go down there and defend them. If the defense gets 4 stops, we move it to the other end for the next week. So we'll go 4 to score there. Then we'll go 9 plays of tempo at one time, at middle of the practice. And so, but the collection of all the teams that we have seen, I don't know. We know what our teams in our division are going to be like. We don't know what our teams that we're paired up with, 1-6A going to be like. So, I don't know. I would feel good. You would think we feel good with the competition in our district.
When you look at Division I, Division II, we're Division II, the top seed are 7. After that, it's a little tricky as far as now coming to playoffs. Not all 4 teams are decided on Division II. Is Division I, 1 through 4 pretty clear?
So our division was pretty clear. We're the 1, Clinton's number 2.
Right.
And it gets tricky
For 3 and 4.
3 and 4. So you've got Starkville, Oxford, Madison, and Germantown has an outside shot. A lot of things got to happen. But those 3 are fighting for the 3 through 4. So no matter what, Madison's in, from what I see.
Okay.
So they're fighting for either they're going to be the 3 seed or 4 seed. If Oxford beats Madison Friday night, Oxford's the 3 seed, Madison's the 4 seed, Starkville's out.
Wow. Okay.
If Madison beats Oxford, then Madison's the 3 seed and Starkville's the 4 seed, and Oxford's out. And obviously, all those teams have got to win. Starkville's got to beat Grenada. We got to beat Germantown. Clinton's got to beat Murrah. So, but going to the other division, 1 and 2 are settled. It's South Haven's number 1, South Pinola's number 2, and then it's even more of a question with that group. You've got Soda Central, Lewisburg, Center Hill, Olive Branch, all fighting for
those last 2.
Yes.
Wow.
And it's a weird. I have a scenario sheet over here. Obviously we would get the 4 seed, and it looks like more like it could be Center. It could be what it looks like. It could be any of those 4, right? You don't know who to prepare for.
Literally coming down
to. Hopefully we're getting done earlier than everybody else, as we're starting at 6, and we can be like, all right, how's this? Let's look at these and let's start getting on that. So that's the plan.
Thursday night, 6 o'clock kickoff at senior night. Always a special night. Do you remember your senior night?
I do a little bit. We played South Planotoc for our senior night. We'd already clinched the playoffs. I remember playing a pretty good game and only getting played at halftime. One of those games. I really don't remember the senior night festivity beforehand. Keep my comments to myself.
Nice. Well, Coach, nice win the other night. Great way to end the regular season to be another big win Thursday night, and then it's a whole new season coming up after that.
It is. Doesn't matter what we do to this point. Don't matter what we did regular season. Man, it's a 0-0 record. Everybody's dangerous. Everybody's good. Let's go get another monkey off our back.
There you go. All right, for Coach Ty Harden, I'm Greg Ellis. This is Gridiron.